Hi, my name is Rick Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip Equipment. What we have for sale here today is a Case TR270. TR stands for a track skid steer. We're going to talk about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second. We'll run it in the third. If you buy this tractor from me or any of the other machines I have for sale, we sell probably a couple hundred machines a year. You'll be dealing with my right-hand man, Pro Provencio, on the logistics about how to get this tractor to you. Price on a new machine like this these days is anywhere from $90,000 to $100,000. The hours on this particular load skid steer are 935 hours on a working hour meter. We believe those hours to be correct, but we don't warranty hours, obviously. This machine weighs 8,270 pounds. It's 8,270 pounds. The highest point is the top of this cab right here. It's 6'5" inches. The widest point is this bucket. This bucket is 72 inches, but the tracks are actually 68 inches. So if you take the bucket off, you can squeeze it in a 68-inch hole. The transportation length from the front of these teeth to the end of that cutting edge is 11 feet. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like almost every machine we purchase, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine. I say that because it's essentially rust-free. You'll see where the paint's flecked off and rainwater's gotten to it, but rust in no way, shape, or form is pervasive on this unit. We're far enough south that we're 300 miles from the ocean, so the only salt we see is the salt on our kitchen table. Just about every machine we purchase comes from one of about 35 different contractors, large municipalities that we deal with here in the Metroplex. This particular skid steer had an excellent maintenance manager. We've done a lot of business with us, and I can't tell you, this guy has got a maintenance routine that'll knock your socks off. He's a really good guy. We've done millions of dollars of business with him over the years, both buying and selling equipment. To give you an idea, I asked him, the bucket that was originally with a skid steer, one of the teeth had fallen off, so the shank was worn down, and I was going to buy the skid steer, and I told him to weld a shank, cut the old shank off and put a new shank and a new tooth on it. And he threw in just a brand new. This is a brand new bucket. So that's just to give you an idea of the relationship that we got with that guy. As far as options go, you can see here you got auxiliary hydraulics, you got regular hydraulics, which will run you like I don't know, 24 gallons per minute at maybe 3,000 psi. And then you've got a high flow system which will run you like 33 or 36 gallons per minute, and that's actually at a lower psi, but that's for your brooms and whatnot. It's lower pressure, higher flow. You got rubber tracks is obviously an option here. The quick coupler, that quick coupler is in excellent shape. Pro, does this have a key battery disconnect?
I believe it don't.
You believe it does not?
It does not, no.
Okay, so this machine does not have a, what else? Does it have a 12-volt outlet in the cab?
That it don't.
Okay. So never mind that either. What it does have is a 20-gallon fuel tank. And this engine right here is it's got a diesel engine. That's a Tier 4 FL463. That's a 4-stroke diesel engine. And you can see here, it's got a little turbocharger right there. And I think that turbocharger is more for more for emissions than anything, but like I said, it's got a 20-gallon fuel tank. There's your, is that your fuel tank there, bro? Or is that hydraulic?
Hydraulic.
No, this is your fuel tank.
Hydraulic, and then there's your fuel.
Right, here's your fuel. So that's a 20-gallon tank, which will run you 14 to 20 hours, depending on your operation. All of the fluid levels on this unit are where they should be. This machine is mechanically sound. There's absolutely no leaks whatsoever on it. Everything on it works. It's got a little 2-speed transmission. I think the top speed is 8 miles an hour, and a high and low, I think the top speed is 5 miles an hour. This undercarriage here, it's actually got really good sprockets. We use this machine so the hours may accrue, but you can see that's got plenty of beef on those sprockets and those rails right there. I'd rate that undercarriage maybe about a 65%. They were using it on concrete a lot, so that's why the pad's kind of worn down a little bit, but it's still a pretty damn good shape. The final drives have got plenty of power. There's no problem there. These tracks will, one of the quick acid tests that I use is, you know, whenever I'm testing a tractor out, I push it against, that's the other thing I forgot to say. Before I buy any machine, my mechanics thoroughly inspect it, and if they say everything's okay on it, then we send Pro out to go inspect it. And if Pro gives me the thumbs up on it and the money's right, then I personally go out and inspect it before I write a check. So we don't just buy stuff willy-nilly. We don't buy anything out of auctions. We buy from people we know and trust. But I've lost my train of thought there. I'm sorry. So anyway, this undercarriage is in pretty good shape. The hydraulics are strong on this unit. There's no cracks or welds anywhere in this work equipment. Back over here. All of these pins and these bushings are relatively tight. This bucket is absolutely 100%. That is a brand spanking new bucket. That's probably an $1,100 heavy duty, severe duty bucket. That's a good bucket right there. Like I said, the bucket width of this machine is 72 inches. The height to the top of this edge right here is 1 foot 10 inches. The depth from the tooth to the back of the bucket to the heel of the bucket is 3 foot 2 inches. I would rate this bucket, what would you say, Pro? Yard and a quarter maybe?
About a yard and a quarter, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty accurate.
Pro says about a yard and a quarter. This hinge pin right here, if you're loading into, say you're loading into a dumpster or whatever, that hinge pin height is 10 foot 5 inches. The breakout force of this tractor is 7,270 pounds. The static tip load of this machine is 5,400 pounds. So the lifting capacity of this loader is limited by its tip load and static tip load. So simply stated, the hydraulics of this machine are so powerful that the machine will actually tilt forward before the hydraulics give out. So your lifting capacity is limited by your tip load, which in this case is 5,400 pounds. Operating capacity is usually half of that. So as far as things wrong with this machine, I cannot think of anything wrong. Pro, all the lights work?
All the lights work.
What else you got to say about this tractor, Pro?
It's even got backup light switch.
Oh, okay. What else?
Starts right up. It's a good machine.
All right. Well, Pro says it's a good machine, so it must be a good machine. We're going to run it in the next clip.
Just coming into the skidster. Seat's in real good shape. There's your safety bar there for starting it. Sitting in the seat. Your lights will blink on when you sit down. And there's your key. Push the button, you set. Lights go off. Controls. Here's the bucket raise and tilt. And you're forward and backward. Pretty simple. Nice running machine.
Okay, so this is the inside of the cab here. You can see it's fully joystick control. There's no, that pedal right there is an accelerator pedal. That hole right there is so that you can wash your, it rinses right out. It's kind of a cool setup. You can wash all the mud out. Here's your travel speed. There's your 937 hours on it. It's got almost a full tank of fuel. To start this tractor, it doesn't have any error codes on it. So that little button right there is to relieve your hydraulics, like if the machine was to stall out for whatever reason. This I think is your auxiliary hydraulics. This is your bucket flow, your park brake. This is your engine RPM. This is your lights, I believe, right, bro? This is your lights.
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. So that's about it.